All right, gentlemen, let's go to our final story for tonight. Nigeria's inflation rate rose for the 10th consecutive month in November to 21.47% from 21.09% recorded a month earlier amid the continuing increase in food and energy prices. The National Bureau of Statistics says the prices of goods and services measured by the Consumer Price Index increased by 21.47% in November 2022 compared to the rate in November 2021. All right, Professor Ken, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, so this is...
Because if you can raise your voice.
All right, I'll try as much as I can so you can hear me. So I'm saying this is a very disturbing news, especially in this Yuletide period. CBN is said to be a significant factor fueling inflation through high liquidity injection into the economy. Let's share your thought on this.
No, first of all, inflation. You have the headline inflation, which is the composite price index. You have the urban inflation. You have the core inflation, which is all indices minus. Then you now have the rural inflation. Very interestingly, the food basket is extremely high. Is at about 24%, 24.13%. Now, it gives about 3% gap to the actual headline inflation. Now, whatever 1,000 hectares of our farmlands are underwater through this flood. So that means that the food, example, rice, see how rice has gone up from 28,000 naira for 50 kg bag to 30, 35, even 40. I bought 40,000 this last week. So it's going up, and there's no end in sight at the moment. And though I know I have advised the minister that they should do some research, they should release the reserves, and then also that they should import paddy, spill over from farmers to manufacturers, employees in the tragedy. So we're going to have to see more rises. And then, of course, increasing, you have oil price going, the petrol, 800 naira, and you have electricity charges going up. And then, especially now that you are in the any underlying factor or not, it will go up because they believe people they want to spend it. So they will always raise their prices. Meant that a journey that would have taken you 1 day may well take you 3 days. But with you 3 days to come down to the southwest or south, it will not take you 1 day. So that's another good news. So, but by and large, the causes of inflation are very well known. And you have imported inflation because of the high currency rates. You saw that move up to nearly 900 naira to a dollar, came back down to just around 800. Wherever that money is, the exchange rate is, whatever you import with it, pass through. And that is going on now. And this is the season where you are on our inflation.
All right, Professor, quickly, what do you also make of the fact that CBN has been urged to halt monetary tightening policy?
Well, he's doing it already. In the PC meetings, he's been constantly raising the monetary policy. Not enough, because there are many other things that are affecting inflation. More to do with structures. As I just mentioned to you, insecurity, the high input costs that cost pushing. There's also demand pull inflation, which is another dimension. Nigeria, about 100 million francophone people that are buying our the adverse weather, and so they are buying, and they are buying it because our currency to them. So all of these are combining to make it. So on the side of the bank is also tightening, not just in terms of money supply, but also in inflation, but also tackling it in some other ways. For example, redesigning the currency and placing some limits on what you can withdraw and what have you. And all of them are coming down to, the chicken is coming down to roost.
All right, thank you very much, Professor Kenny Ife, for giving us your thought on these topics.